All rise for the Honorable John Cash.
This is Hot Take Court, and somebody is going home guilty today. Before we start, I need y'all to understand what is said in this courtroom will end up on someone's Twitter. That is not a threat. That is a promise. Let me read the docket for you guys. So, case number 1, a celebrity couple walked up to Keke Palmer and asked her to join them in the bedroom. And somehow, Keke is the most normal person in this story. Case number 2, Will Smith slapped a man on live television to defend Jada's honor. And today, we're asking whether Jada allegedly threatened a man's life at a party to defend Will's. So, who's really protecting who in this marriage? Case number 3, Offset got shot outside a casino over a debt. And the punchline is that the casino wasn't even the one that shot him. In case number 4, 50 Cent is being prosecuted in federal court using his own lyrics as evidence. And somehow that's not even the craziest thing that happened to him this month. This court operates on one principle. The truth doesn't care about your feelings, your PR team, or your publicists. We proceed. So, case number 1, Keke Palmer versus the anonymous celebrity couple. The charge is propositioning a whole Keke Palmer for a threesome with full eye contact, a husband present, and impeccably good home training. Justin is looking at me like.
Keke Palmer though.
I mean, we know you're virtuous, so you would be like, no, I don't do threesomes. I go to church and do Bible study.
Oh no, bro. I'm that. I'd be the one asking.
Oh. You learn something new every day. Now, to count number 1, the wife approached Keke directly, stated the proposition clearly in plain English with her husband's name already in the sentence. Count number 2, Keke's response was, thank you. Not a no, not a scene. Thank you. Like someone offered her a breath mint. Count number 3, she then said, I fuck with them heavy. She respects the couple professionally and declined them personally. Both things are simultaneously true. Now, here's the evidence. I'm going to read the indictment from the Decisions podcast. And I quote, according to Keke Palmer, this was said to her, me and my husband, we would love to blah, blah, blah. And I was like, thank you. She delivered a consent PSA on the way out. Allow somebody to have consent. Spit it out. She declined a threesome and gave a TED Talk in the same breath. Now, here's my hot take. Nobody is talking about the most important detail here. Keke said that she's been approached before, but people usually don't spit it out. That means this is not her first proposition. It's just the most polite one. Keke Palmer is out here getting proposition regularly and handling it like a professional. That's not a scandal. That's a lifestyle.
I mean, more than once is kind of crazy.
I mean, I get proposition regularly too.
There we go. Oh shit, my bad.
Especially when they see my close friends on Instagram. You never know what might happen in close friends. So my verdicts are as follows. Not guilty. The celebrity couple, they follow every rule. They asked clearly, accepted the no gracefully, and Keke still respects them. In the court of consent, these people are model citizens. Dismissed. But we are watching your interviews very carefully going forward. And also, not guilty. Keke Palmer, on the charge of making this boring, she declined a threesome, praised the couple, delivered a consent PSA, and left with her dignity fully intact and truly unbothered. The verdict, audacity level 10, grace level even higher. So, audience, I'm going to ask you this. Who is this couple? Drop your guesses in the comments right now. Think power couple, open energy, Hollywood royalty, and go.
I can't for the life of me think of one.
I have a few in my head.
Word.
Yeah, I have a few.
Who do you think?
Where are my keys? So, case number 2. That's what I think. Where are my keys?
That one might be going over my head.
Yeah, I guess you're falling. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. You don't know my name, right? Case number 2. That's what I think. That's just what I think. This is all alleged.
Mm-hmm.
The People versus Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. The charge is running the most legally active, publicly confusing, allegedly threatening, supposedly married household in Hollywood simultaneously. That's a mouthful.
Man, I'm getting tired of them. They always doing something.
Yeah, that was a tongue twister, just like
That was crazy.
Young Ame at Pride. Will's ex-friend, Bilaal Salaam, filed a $3 million emotional distress lawsuit against Jada. Not Will, Jada, claiming she and her entourage threatened him at a 2021 party, telling him he would end up missing or catch a bullet if he kept talking about her personal business. I guess she embodied Stoney from Set It Off.
Yeah, who the fuck? Talking about you might go missing?
Hey, got it like that.
Jada wildin'.
Now, why was it? This is all alleged. Why was he talking? In November 2023, he appeared on the Unwind with Tasha K podcast and alleged he walked into Dwayne Martin's dressing room and saw Will Smith in a compromising situation with the actor.
Those rumors are still going on?
Salaam also claims Jada pressured him to sign an NDA and handle crisis management after the Oscars slap. When he refused, the alleged threats followed. He says the fallout made him lose a girlfriend, gain weight, and flee the country. Jada's legal team, however, called those claims false, uncorroborated, and made to generate attention. Now, most recently, April 13th, 2026, the judge threw out most of Salaam's claims. Jada then immediately moved to make him pay her $49,000 in legal fees. So she won the case and still sent him the bill.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, fuck it. At that point, if you win the case, I would do the same shit.
Petty Eddie.
I don't know. You gonna pay for this shit, motherfucker. I didn't want to do this.
Now, here's the additional counts. Count number 1, you married in 1997, separated 2016, and told nobody until 2023. That's 7 years of press tours, red carpets, and talk show appearances conducted under false pretenses. Count number 2, January 2026. They reunited at Paris Fashion Week to support Jaden's Louboutin. Sorry, because people, get their panties in a fucking bunch when you mispronounce it.
I'll be. Don't worry, I'll be doing the same shit.
Louboutin debut. Still legally married, still figuring it out. 8 years into the separation. Count number 3, fresh divorce rumors circulated again in April 2026, traced back to a parody account, because at this point the internet cannot tell the difference between satire and their actual relationship. That's mostly their fault.
It's very hard to tell.
Now, here's my hot take on this. Will Smith slapped a man on international television to protect Jada's honor, and within a year, a man goes on a podcast and makes allegations about Will that Jada allegedly responded to by threatening his life at a party with 7 people. Will defended Jada publicly with his hand. Jada allegedly defended Will privately with her entourage. They are both out here fighting, just on very different stages. I'm going to need everyone in this courtroom to sit with what I just said for a moment. Now, here are my verdicts. Guilty, Will and Jada, on all counts of institutional confusion. 9 years separated, still married, still in court, still at Fashion Week together, still figuring it out. At some point, figuring out is the answer. And the answer is that nobody is filing first because the number is too big. The verdict is Hollywood's most expensive stalemate. Also, guilty, Bilaal Salaam, on the charge of underestimating Jada Pinkett Smith. You filed a $3 million lawsuit against Jada Pinkett Smith, lost most of it, and she sent you the invoice for her legal fees. You came for the crown and left with a bill. So the verdict is you came for the crown and you left owing $49,000. Which leads me to the next case. Case number 3, the state of hip hop versus casino culture and Offset. Now here's the charge. Letting a $10,000 debt cascade into a $100,000 lawsuit, which cascaded into a Florida shooting at a casino in the valet lane on a Monday.
On a Monday?
On a Monday.
Oh, this shit happened on a Monday?
And Monday.
Wasn't even the fucking weekend.
Yeah. The counts. Count number 1, April 6, 2026. Offset shot in the valet area of Seminole Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood, Florida. It was non-life-threatening. He's stable. His team confirms it. Count number 2, security footage allegedly shows Lil TJ pointing Offset out to his crew before the confrontation. TJ detained for misdemeanor disorderly conduct and was released on $5,000 bond. Count number 3, January 2025, in the Twitch stream, Lil TJ said he lent $10,000 to Offset at a casino. Never saw it again. He said, and I quote, he was asking random people for Cash App. End quote.
No way.
Hey.
Offset?
Count number 4. 1 week before the shooting, Motor City Casino already sued Offset for a $100,000 gambling credit line he allegedly couldn't repay for breach of contract and fraud. Now here's the evidence. Offset's statement on April the 10th, and I quote, "I'm good. Life is made up of quiet wins and loud losses." End quote. That's deep. Very deep for a man in the middle of a casino debt spiral.
Yeah. He deep in that debt.
Now let's go to Lil TJ's TMZ response on April 29th. I ain't got no beef for nobody. Then immediately plugged his album dropping May 1st. So he used the crime scene as a press junket. Clock it.
Sound about right.
Offset's Instagram response to TJ's interview, and I quote, "You ain't bust none," end quote. 4 words, no punctuation, maximum disrespect. Now, here's my hot take on this situation. Takeoff, God rest his soul, was also killed outside a venue after a dice game dispute. Offset was shot outside a casino. At some point, this is no longer a coincidence. This is a pattern. And the pattern is the gambling table is not the safe space you think it is when you are a celebrity with cash and a reputation. The money draws attention. The attention draws problems. And Florida will damn sure finish what other places started. Now, here are my verdicts. Guilty. Offset. Casino recklessness in the first degree. A $100,000 casino debt, a $10,000 personal debt, and you are surprised that Florida is happening to you? Florida does not happen to people who pay their debts. Verdict? Should have Venmo'd the man. And not guilty, Lil TJ, on the charge of missing a promotional opportunity. He turned a crime scene into a press run. That is not a character flaw. That is a marketing degree with a minor in audacity. Album drops May 1st. Court respects the hustle. Let's go into our last case. Case number 4, the Honorable Court versus Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Charge is operating a one-man chaos machine, federal lawsuit, Hulu deal, and charity controversy, all in the same 30 days without blinking. Now, here are the counts. Count number 1, April 30th, 2026, former 12-year executive Monique Myers files a federal lawsuit alleging 50 asked her to hide bankruptcy assets in her name and file a false police report against his own driver, accusing the driver of stealing $600,000 in cash. She refused both, and she was fired in 2019. Count number 2. Allegedly, since 2019, 83 plus harassing contacts from 25 different phone numbers, pre-dawn voicemail, on August the 3rd, 2024, said, "Bang, bang, I shot you down." It's like some of those damn telemarketers that call you from the 929 number, thinking that it's somebody that you might have passed your number to in the club. And it's Tom. That's a loan underwriter. Anyway, it was the exact same calls, exact same date, August the 3rd, 2025. The man allegedly scheduled harassment anniversaries. Allegedly. Now, count number 3, April 8th, 2026, a 3-part Hulu documentary about his life was announced. The federal lawsuit drops 22 days later, and his PR team is somewhere crying. Count number 4, April 1st, 2026, he personally donates to 9 domestic violence nonprofits in Shreveport, Louisiana. The community accuses him of money laundering. He tried to do something good and still caught a case. Now, here's the evidence. 50's legal team response. He called Mayer's disgruntled former employee terminated for cause and denied everything categorically and strenuously. Now, her attorney statement said Curtis Jackson has cultivated a public persona built on highly publicized feuds, but this conduct is not performance, and it has real-world consequences. Now, here's my hot take on this situation. That voicemail, "Bang, bang, I shot you down," is allegedly in federal court documents. On record, before a judge. That is a 50 Cent lyric being used as evidence in a federal harassment case. His own music is allegedly being used against him in a court of law. This man is being prosecuted by his own discography. Now, here are my verdicts for this case. Guilty, 50 Cent, on the charge of living too loud for one timeline. A Hulu documentary, a federal lawsuit, and a charity scandal, all in 30 days. That is not a month. That is a season finale. Verdict is perpetual motion machine of chaos. And also, the last verdict, not guilty, 50 Cent, on the charge of ever being boring. 25 years, not one quiet week. We may not always agree with him, but we are always watching, and the court acknowledges the entertainment value reluctantly and with full respect. And now we're going into closing arguments where the court will be adjourned. This is where I give rapid fire verdict recap, delivered in one breath, no pausing. Ready, Justin? Okay.
Let's go.
Keke's couple, not guilty, came correct. Keke, not guilty, truly unbothered. Will and Jada, guilty, it's a financial understanding, not a marriage. Bilaal, guilty, came for the crown, left with the bill. Offset, guilty, should have Venmo'd the man. Lil TJ, not guilty, turned the crime scene into a press run. 50 Cent, guilty of chaos, not guilty of ever being boring.
Boom. Drop
Woo!
Killed that.
Now let me redirect you. Make sure you drop those comments on who you think the mysterious couple is for Keke. And I'm going to read the wildest audience guesses out loud next Hot Take Court. Now, for my closing statement, celebrity is just regular life with better lighting, worse judgment, and a PR team. That is always one step behind. Court never lies, court never sleeps, and court will see you next time. If today's episode made you pull your earbuds out, share it. That's how you know it was real. It's been Hot Take Court. John Cash. See you next week with Cash the Record.